Welcome to Gronk Baseball! We're up against the Diamond Sharks today and their super hot pitcher, Alec Norris. On the season, Norris has not been great. I want to make that quite clear. It's just that lately, he's been very good. You can see the In Fuego mojo. And you can see what that does for his ratings. It does very good things. Leading off, we got Adam David Broche hitting .262 on the season. I'm trying something interesting that might become a feature of the lineup. Steve McGinnis, who is a left-handed killing specialist, as Broche grounds out, is going to hit sixth in the lineup. The reason is that's going to put him behind Doug Braggs, who's a left-hander, and that should eliminate the chances of, bringing in a left-handed specialist to face Doug, who is one of our best hitters, because everyone has to face three batters. So by putting a left-handed crusher behind him, I'm hoping to avoid that problem. Not that it's been a huge problem on the season. There's not a lot of specialists in the league, for one. And for two, it doesn't seem like the AI plays the lefty-lefty, righty-righty matchups all that much. But I do think it's a good place to be, although Steve is going to have to step up from being our least extra base hitter and just in generally struggling at the plate, hitting .246, I think. As Kevin Greer grounds to second base, but that will advance Koji Fukudome over to second. That's a runner in scoring position for our offensive hero, Byron Dirksen. The ultimate in power hitting technology. Not really, it's the ultimate in walking technology, if we're being completely honest. 0-2 from Norris. We'll foul that one off to keep the bat alive. And we'll foul that one off. Norris has got 4-pitch repertoire. Got a good slider, changeup, curveball, fastball. Fastball is probably the one we want to sit on. He doesn't have, even with the on fire, he doesn't have great velocity. See, they're 93 miles an hour only. 3-2. We battle our way back to a full count. We'll foul that one off. Could have been a walk, could have been strike three. And eventually we will strike out swinging. So a walk for Koji Fukudome, got him to second base, but no hits. Unable to get anything done. Opposing Norris today will be Terrence Philly, who of course is the Super Mega Baseball equivalent of the Philly, whose actual name on Twitch eludes me, but he's a Twitch streamer that I do watch sometimes. You should check him out if you enjoy my stuff. He does kind of similar things, although a little bit more comedic, as well as doing some MLB The Show content. Gives up a one-out single there. That brings up Waldo Morales, who's a right-handed killer. And he's currently locked in. Morales has had a really good career against us, of course. This is one of the few teams that has been in every incarnation of the league with this roster. So we're seeing a lot of familiar faces in today's lineup for the Diamond Sharks. And Waldo Morales is one of those. Base hit. And it will be 2 on with 1 out. For the cleanup hitter, Prism Woodward. Juice today, but low mojo. I'd like to try with a forkball here. Leading with the forkball has been surprisingly effective. People just aren't thinking about it. Obviously can't make a habit of it, otherwise the AI is going to pick up on it. But it is something that I didn't think I'd be able to do, but I can do. As Philly picks up his second strikeout. By the way, he's leading our team with 125K coming in, and now up to 127. Gets Wayne Blair to swing and a miss. Blair's having a decent power season, decent run production season, but low batting average. In no world is 218 a good hitting number. Base hit up the middle. They're going to go home off that. Broche comes up firing, and the first run of the game is in. 1-0 Diamond Sharks. RBI for Wayne Blair. Heard me trash talking a little bit, I guess. Denver High can't make the play. That's going to score another run probably. Broche comes up firing, but he's not even going to be close. Oh no. things are falling apart, and Alec Norris has got himself some run support. 2 runs in the first inning off of Terrence Philly, who is surprisingly not mojo problematic yet. Amazingly, as we give up a 3rd run. This is the worst we've seen Terrence Philly pitch in a while. He'd been very good lately. Which of course makes me wonder, how is the bullpen today? Shannon Drake is still nursing injury. So is Maverick Cleary. Gerald Dirksen has pitched a lot lately. It's something like 5 games in a row. So we do not have a lot of bullpen. Which means we need Terrence Philly to pitch through this a little bit. 2-2. He's also up to 27 pitches in the inning. Just one of those days, it looks like. One of those days where everything that can go wrong is going wrong. Like, he got 3 strikeouts, but couldn't get anything defensively. Doug Bragg, Steve McGinnis, and Stephanie Magus stepping up. We'll see what we can do here. By the way, my new RAM for the PC, which will hopefully fix some of the crashes, is on its way. I got the email saying it's on its way and expected to be delivered today. If it gets here early enough, I might be able to install it for tonight's stream. I kind of doubt it, though, because I am going to go for dinner. So I'll be out of the house for a bit, and it'll probably come while I'm out of the house. And a little flooper into right center field. Doug Braggs has our first hit of the day.
The third baseman,
Steve McGinnis. You can see the numbers. They're not great. And most at 246 is singles, but he will advance the runner to second. So for the second inning in a row, we do have a runner in scoring position for a person who's had decent power numbers this season. And Stephanie Magus. Grounder. Might make it. Nope. But runner to third. Denver High, who's hit well lately and earned his way back into the lineup. He, of course, was our starting second baseman at the start of the season. Struggled at the beginning, and that let Nat Simonser become the second baseman. And he's still been involved in the defense. Has played all 3 outfield positions for us over the course of the season. He is a utility player who can play anywhere. Mostly outfield second base, though, as he flies out to Luke Corona. And we'll put Alex Norris, Talon Drumpf, and Luke Corona at the plate. All right, on fire, but still not a very good hitter is Alex Norris. So let's try and get off to a good start here. Let's get the pitcher. Sitting on the fastball, apparently. I'm not really worried about what he's sitting on, though. As we get our 4th strikeout. It's a really weird dichotomy to have 4 strikeouts, but having given up 3 runs in an inning and a third. Like, it's weird. We have not recorded it out by anything but strikeout. But we're trailing, we've given up 5 hits and 6 hits now and 3 runs. It's a weird stat line. It's a really weird stat line. Let's try the fork ball. Fouled off. They are thinking about stealing. Makes sense. Talon Drumpf is a legend of the stolen bases. Not leading this season, but has pretty much been the leading base stealer throughout my Super Mega Baseball experience. Again, he outside of our players, he's the only one that's been in every season. So there is that. We finally getting out by something other than strikeout. But even that is Terrence Philly delivering. Waldo Norris steps in. Terrence Philly is doing it all right now, and he's going to lead off next inning. He's not going to last long at this rate. I mean, this is a day where I really want to give the bullpen a break. But 1, the score is becoming a problem, and 2, his stamina is becoming a problem. Harmless little grounder, Denver High. Finally getting an out that doesn't involve the pitcher. Outside of throwing the ball. Terrence Philly, Adam David Broche, and Koji Fukudome do up. Philly's a decent hitting pitcher, so it's not imperative to get a pinch hitter out there. So at least there is that. He will ground out to Corona for the first down here in the third. And I'm David Broche. We can base steal against this team. They don't have a great catching arm, so Broche has obviously got the green light to steal whenever. Probably can give it to Denver High as well. Steve McGinnis is an option. Fly ball to Malachi Ortega. Koji Fukudome as well. And that's going to be 3 up, 3 down. And the fly ball into right center field. Ortega's got it. The offense is struggling, and the pitching is recovering. Not having a great day. Our best inning was stranding a runner at second base, so... Or what did Drumpf make third? I think Drumpf may have made third base. Past Denver High at second base, and a leadoff single for Prism Woodward. Wayne Blair steps up. He got the first RBI. A little inaccurate, but we get the throw out. Steph Magus is starting to become a much more complete catcher. Started the season with a not spectacular arm, and we got a upgrade to fix that. And now it's a matter of continuing that trend as we get a strikeout. RBI single first time up for Malachi Ortega, but nobody on this time. And we're up to 130 strikeouts, so 5 Ks for Terrence Philly. Problem is, that's come with 7 hits. And we'll get the 6th K there. All right, to the top of the 4th inning, Kevin Greer, Byron Dirksen, Dougie Braggs, heart of the order. The big bats, the key offensive cogs for this team. To face Alec Norris. He's got a pretty, fairly high pitch count. I'd like it to be higher. Deep fly ball could be gone. And it is. We're on the board. Kevin Greer's solo run home run. I think it's like his 12th of the season, maybe? Yep, 12th of the season, 43rd RBI. It's not had as good of a season as I was hoping. I really thought he would be kind of our leading face of the offense, but that's been Doug Braggs and Byron Dirksen and Stephanie Magus even to a certain degree. 3-0 to Byron. Finally, by the way, I have knocked the on fire off of Alec Norris. I think we briefly did earlier, but he immediately regained it. So let's try and avoid that this time. Byron making him throw pitches. Making him throw. We're a little ahead of everything, though. And Byron will take a free pass down to first base. Brings up Doug Braggs. And his terrible tattoos and spray tan. Looking more Samoan every season. Up the middle, multi-hit game for Dougie Braggs. Just a pair of base hits, but right now we need everything we can try and build off of. First and second with nobody out for Steve McGinnis. Chance to become a minor hero. Grounder up the middle, and instead that's going... okay, not a double play at least. Does move runners to the corners. But 1 out. Pitch out from Norris. Interesting. Not really a base stealing situation. Steve McGinnis can steal bases, but he's not amazing at it. And Stephanie drives home a run with a base hit. And just like that, Norris is back down to neutral. And because he's thrown 58 pitches, he's actually losing ratings. Denver High will fix that problem, though, by hitting into a double play. Pitcher spot was up next, so that's not the end of the world. But suddenly we got a 1-run ball game. And suddenly there's a place to go with this. In fact, we're at similar pitch counts between Norris and Terrence Philly. So it's an interesting spot to be in. It's a weird spot to be in. That being said, Norris has worked an extra inning, so he's still in a better place than Terrence Philly here, and is probably back to locked in, at least. Despite giving up 3 runs that inning. Strikeout or 2 runs that inning. Still got the strikeouts coming in, though, and we got a pitcher-pitcher matchup here. We'll be going to pitcher-pitcher in the bottom half of the inning as well. Let me get a preview of it here. Norris grounds to Denver high, makes the play. And we'll end the inning and go to the other side of the pitcher-pitcher matchup. Terrence Philly versus Alec Norris. Yep, he is back to locked in. Normally I got a dry mouth. Now I've got like a really wet mouth for some reason. It's a bit weird. So I apologize if I'm slurring a little bit. It's not because I'm drunk. Grab the ball back for Adam David Roche. Brings up Koji Fukudome. I've actually been working real hard today. Tomorrow is race day, and I would like to get some practice in. By the way, I got to finish off the Mio on board that I have sitting in my my unreleased videos. I'll be doing that after this, and then I'll be going for dinner. Or no, probably dinner after this, because the place I want to go to is not open super long. Tends to close a bit early. But anyways, I was working hard so I would have tomorrow to practice for the race. And another strikeout for Terrence Philly. He's up to 9 Ks on the day in just 4 1/3 innings. That's pretty remarkable. It's unfortunate that that has not really turned into a particularly good offense or good pitching outing overall. As Doug Braggs gets beat to second base. First extra base hit we've allowed. And up the middle, might score. Roche comes up firing. They thought about second. Will not do it. So runners on the corners. Double play ball is a possibility here, though. But that wasn't Drumpf who hit the double. Corona? I think it was Luke Corona. Oh no! That was the worst thing that could happen! That was the absolute worst thing. It could have gone foul. It could have been a double play to end the inning. We have no luck defensively today. Wow. This is some of the worst just pure defensive luck, because this game shouldn't be a 4-run game. It honestly shouldn't. The pitching has not been that bad. Pitching has been very good in some ways. It's just been slight things like slightly past Denver high or off of Byron Dirksen there. It's been ridiculous. Bases loaded. Malachi Ortega. We're going to go to Maverick Cleary. I'm sorry, Terrence Philly. Truthfully, it was not his fault. The stats are getting a little bit too low. Maverick's in here for a really short time, I think. Why did I go to first base? That I can't even complain about bad luck. That's just me being stupid. RBI dud, specialist up. Good choice, good choice. Let's see what we can do about a Dora Jock here. Oh, we can't get it! We can't get it! Oh, my lord. This game is spiraling out of control. High fly ball. Byron could not get that. There we go. Get the strikeout at least. But, oh, Lord. This game was close, and then they blew it back open. 6-2. Kevin Greer, Byron Dirksen, Doug Braggs. This is the part of the lineup that you'd have to feel is going to, frankly, have to lead the comeback. Not will. It has to. There's nowhere else that we're going to get that kind of production. And Kevin has seen the ball well. That one's to the gap in center field and an easy stand-up double. So solo home run and a double here in the 6th inning. Good start. Byron Dirksen steps on up. Takes ball 1. Takes ball 2. I would love not to get a walk here, though. Would love to get something juicy that I can at least advance the runner on. 3-1. That doesn't mean that I'm not taking the walk, though. And we'll take it. Norris walks him. Looks a little nervous. Doug Bragg's pair of singles today. Would have loved to come up with a runner on third base, but this will have to do. Deep fly ball. Hold the runners. Now we go. Unfortunately, I thought that was going to get caught kind of the whole time. So we end up just with bases loaded and no runs scored. That's unfortunate. Steve McGinnis, could you be the game-tying run? A grand slam here would do it. No real small ball options right now. Steve comes through. RBI single. Doesn't come through in the home run sense, but a little bit at a time. I'm fine with it. Nobody out still. Step Magus is going to come through. Grand slam home run. Yeah. 413 feet to left center field. 13th of the season. 49 RBIs for the catcher. And suddenly, we lead for the first time, and we have forced Alec Norris out of the game. Rash Newton in. Claudette Glass now behind the plate. Not really sure why they went with the lefty. We'll be pinch hitting for Maverick. He cannot pitch any longer than what we've given him. He's injured. Strikes out Denver High. So Rash Norton getting something going here. Go to the bench. And call in Tobias Thierolf to pinch hit. Hitting .315 on the season, 6 home runs, 27 RBIs. A productive season for the 4th outfielder. 1 and 2 from Newton. He's got an interesting delivery that I'm having a hard time tracking. And he has a lot of movement, despite not really having the greatest junk stat. It's surprising. Tobias will skitter on over to first base with a base hit. Brings up Adam David Broche. Actually, I guess Adam is technically the 4th outfielder. Tobias is the 5th outfielder. Just that Broche plays so much that you think of him as the starting center fielder, but really it's supposed to be Jeff Crozier. 1-1. But Crozier being a utility player, he'll play elsewhere. And his early problems at the start of the season led to a bit of an interesting thing. Who do I want? Claudette Glass, power versus righties. So that would be wanting a lefty. In fact, that also includes Corona and Morales. So yeah, we really do want a lefty. We'll bring in Shannon Drake. He's injured. An excellent season, though. Koji Fukudome makes the play. And they'll pinch hit for Nop Greer for your boy Talon Drumpf. That's weird. Greer has not been great and is not like some kind of left-handed specialist hitter. I'm a little confused. It was 2.15 ERA, 1.02 WHIP. And Shannon Drake sets down Nop Greer. Luke Corona. To face Shannon Drake. I'd like to keep her outing today very short. Same reason as I'm willing to go 2 innings with her though. Pitch count permits. Being a long reliever, she can go a little bit longer than Maverick Fury, well injured. Base hit. Brings up Waldo Morales. All kinds of problems for us. She's also less velocity reliant, which means that her pitching holds up a little bit better through fatigue. Koji Fukudome, Kevin Greer, Byron Dirksen due up here in the 7th inning. We lead. Nop Greer now playing center field. Thought he was a first baseman. Might be like a secondary position type thing. As Fukudome launches one. Ortega has got it. Kevin Greer's seen the ball well today. Home run and a double. And that was a decent little danger to the second base. Or shortstop, pardon me. Lefty specialist to face Doug Braggs next. You would think, actually, to be honest, I would ponder issuing an intentional walk to Byron here. They get the ground out, so it doesn't really matter. But you'd think you would want the Newton versus Dirksen Braggs matchup. Okay, so we're on a very short leash here for Shannon, but we will let her stay in the game a little bit, just because the bullpen does not have a lot to offer. Gerald Dirksen has pitched a lot, and it's just him and closer Nomi Glatt, who we also know doesn't have a very high pitch count and is coming off of twice recently the AI using her for really long games. No. Well, Wayne Blair's finding his stride. And that will bring in Gerald Dirksen to face Malachi Ortega. I was really hoping we'd get another inning out of Shannon. Really hoping for it. And it is not going to be the case today. We desperately need a very good start from our starting rotation. Couple of good rotational starts tonight on the stream. Because the bullpen is in rough shape. As Koji Fukudome. It's a nice little shoestring catch. And they're going to keep Newton in. Why not? He's a specialist. We got a lefty coming up. You might take him out for Steve McGinnis, but I think you definitely lead him in for Doug Braggs. And Adam David Broche makes the play. Exciting game, though, I must say. Doug Braggs 3 for 3 with the trio of singles. Should have had more last time up, of course. Had there not been runners on base, we would have easily gotten a double or, dare I say, maybe even a triple with that off-the-wall hit. But we had to hold up the runners, which meant Braggs had to hold up because it could have been caught. Could have also been a home run very easily. It was a very weird hit. It's 3-1. Shallow fly. Well, not that shallow. Kind of more just a standard fly ball. Steve McGinnis against a tiring Rash Newton for 25 pitches. He is pretty exhausted, actually. 1-2. We do have the power boost. 2-2. 3-2. I think this is Newton's last batter. Which, if I were them, I would have taken him out, probably. He issues a free pass to Steve McGinnis. And it will be Carmelo Hughes, who's not having a great season. 4.88 ERA. Steph gets a hold of a high pitch, but unfortunately a little bit more pop than I want. And ends up in the glove of the right fielder. Malachi Ortega. I was trying to remember the name. 0-2 to Denver High. And they get a high strike 3. High is having a miserable day at the plate. Claudette Glass, Nop Greer, Luke Corona. We're going to ask for one more inning from Gerald Dirksen. We asked for this from Shannon Drake as well, but I honestly don't think we have an option. I'm not going to get 2 innings from Nomi Glatt. Now, admittedly, we are going to be. Well, also we got the pitcher leadoff spot next, and that's going to be a pinch hit because neither of these relief pitchers have what you would call offensive upside. And Claudette Glass is really making this hard. Full count. Another foul ball. We're going deep in this. We're going deep in that on that count, and we got the out, but all right. I was gonna say a couple more bats like that, and we were gonna have real problems. Instead, we get a one pitch out. We get In Fuego or Gerald Dirksen on the hill. 2 strikes quick, and Luke Corona. Not exactly the pitcher I want to see, or the batter I want to see here. Steph's got it. We go the 9th, down 1 run, chance to win here. Still on the table. We are going to pinch hit with, I'm not sure whom. So whoever's got the highest contact, basically, which would be Natty Sims. All right. Natty Sims into the game. 1-1. 1-2 from Carmelo Hugh. Fouled off. 2-2. Fouled off again. And in the end, though, a harmless flyout. So, similar to the Claudette Glass bat. Adam David Brosh. Do we pinch hit? You could argue he's still a better hitter than... he's not a better hitter than Nick Schnabel. So let's go with Schnabes. Ball 1. And Nicky Schnabes off the bench with a base hit. He is the game-tying run. It is a board. That makes Koji Fukudome the go-ahead run. 0 for 3 today with a walk. He's had a couple of productive at-bats, though, where he's gotten good contact, and it just hasn't had the luck portion. 2-1. 3-1. Full count. Big bats are coming up, but yeah, just a pop fly. We're down to our final out. It is Kevin Greer. He has gone deep today. He has doubled today. Can he do the job against Carmelo Hugh? Ball 1. Rips one. Yeah, we'll take a third hit. Does bring up Byron. 0 for 2 today with a pair of walks. Still hitting .332 though. Team high. 13 home runs, 54 RBI. Ball 1. Does have the extra power against Hugh. Ball 2. Strike 2. Foul that one off. We've been ahead of everything today with Byron, though, is the problem. Full count. Doug Braggs is on deck. I shouldn't have swung. That was ball 4. We go down. Go down fighting, though. Really just 2 good innings, though. Yeah, had some success. 3-hit day for Kevin Greer. 3-hit day for Doug Braggs. We come up short. Shannon Drake gets a loss that did and did not earn. Terrence Philly. Weird stat line there. 11 hits, 6 runs, but also 9 strikeouts in 4 1/3 inning. It's a very weird numbers. Good job by Gerald Dirksen. Closing the door, doing his thing. Rash Newton gets the win. Carmelo Hugh the save. Steph Magus, Wayne Blair, and Kevin Greer. Your 3 stars. Makes sense. Can't really say much about it. So for the stream today, we'll be back to take on the Diamond Sharks again. That'll be a sim game. And then we got Firebirds and Guardians. So we're hoping to make it up to game 92. Player development options. Nothing affordable, but not really what we're looking at. I think we're still... I don't know if any one of these really stands out, but probably we're probably still going for Entourage from Matthias Campbell. I think is the best case scenario, which will be available in 7 games. But it is on the... Oh, no, it'll be here. Okay, so we are going for it, unless something better comes up. So there is that. Rough times, though. We're on a 4-game losing streak. Although, to be clear, 3 of them are one-run losses. We got beat by 4-2 by the Pumas. Our problem has been we have not had a good start from our starters in a while. But still the best team in the league. But win number 60 continues to elude us. We'll see what we can do. So I will see you on the stream tonight, or next time on Game of the Week, or on one of the 2 Mio on boards that are coming up this week. One is going to be uploaded basically now. Well, it's actually uploaded already. I just have to edit it. And one will be recorded tomorrow night. So yeah, it's an exciting time on the YouTube channel. And Costa Rica Deathmatch this week. For those who do not know, the Costa Rica Deathmatch game is a mixed martial arts simulator that I and some nerdy friends put together. It's been a work in progress since I was in 2nd year college. The first time I went, that was for computer engineering. Been working on it for a really long time. It's unfortunately one of those things where like it's been collaborated on so many times that I have no idea if it'll ever be released to the public, just because you need permission from everybody, which is insane. And there's a Discord group for it, and there will be a Costa Rican deathmatch tournament this week. It's too late to get in on it, but if you want to get in on the next one, hop on the Discord in the description below, and we'll make some things happen.